You keep having that reoccurring infection. Are you a young lady and you've noticed that you keep on having this reoccurring infection? What do I mean? When you treat an infection, after some time you notice that this infection keeps reoccurring, it keeps coming back. So now, get your seat ready, get your popcorn and your drink, and come closer. Let me explain to you, let me give you reasons why your infections keeps coming back. The vagina harbors 100,000 microorganisms, but then there are some bacteria that are also present in the vagina, and these bacteria are good bacteria, and it is called normal flora. So then there are some reasons why your infection keeps coming back. Okay, number one is inappropriate use of drugs. What do I mean by this? Some individuals tend to abuse drugs. Okay, most times you can be having a kind of some symptoms and you desire to start taking drugs because you feel like, okay, once you're having these symptoms, okay, you're supposed to take this, you're supposed to take that, even without an advice from your health practitioner or your healthcare provider. We tend to take drugs when we are not supposed to. Most times you can be having an allergy or a reaction. You assume that this is a bacterial infection when you are having a fungal infection. When you treat antifungal, when you use an antifungal drugs for a bacterial infection, you're likely not to achieve any result because you're using the wrong medication. Same is applicable when you are using an antibiotics to treat an antifungal, to treat a fungal disease. Okay, it will not help because you are using the wrong medication. The second one is when you don't complete your doses, non-adherence or compliance to drugs. What do I mean? Some individuals, when they are sick, maybe Mr. A is sick and Mr. B is sick. So let's say Mr. A went to the hospital to see his doctor, and Mr. A doctor gave him a drugs, and there is a prescription on the drugs on how he should take these drugs. Because Mr. A feels like, okay, I'm already better, he stopped taking these drugs. He just stopped. He did not complete his dosage. Mr. B, on the other hand, was able to complete his drugs. So tell me, between Mr. A and Mr. B, would you think is likely to still have a reoccurring infection? Mr. A, of course, because Mr. A feels like because he's better, he doesn't want to complete that drugs. Completing your medication has a long way in helping your well-being. Sometimes when you feel like you're already better, that is when the drug is just beginning to start working in your body. So you dropping that drugs does not do you any good because you're going to do yourself more harm than good, because you may even grow resistance to these drugs. So it is advisable to complete your medication, especially antibiotics. Make sure it is being prescribed by your doctor, and when you're being given a drug, make sure you complete your prescription and make sure you pay complete adherence to your dosage. So another one has to do with you end up getting reinfected. Maybe by reinfecting yourself. What do I mean by this? You're having this bacterial infection, and you know that you've been having these symptoms. You've gone to the hospital. You've gone for a lot of laboratory investigation, and your doctor wrote out drugs for you. Okay, and you're taking these drugs. Then you have a partner that you are actually active with your partner. You people are having carnal knowledge of each other. You know that you've been having something to do with your partner. You're supposed to know that once you have something to do with your partner is likely to still have that same infection as you. So even after treating yourself and you don't treat your partner does not treat him or herself, you are likely to still get infected. So you still reinfect yourself. So it is important that when you are on treatment, okay, it is important to also treat yourself and your partner. It will help you. The fourth one is dodging. Okay, so this simply means, when you use water to wash inside there. Okay, maybe some people use a kind of running water, make all this their tap stuff, so a kind of pour water inside there. That is not good. It is not medically okay. The vagina itself is self-cleansing, so you don't need to apply any other thing in there. The only thing you need to wash your vagina is water, and you don't even need to put water in there. Just have to wash your vulva. You don't need to start putting your hand inside your vagina. I hope you understand that there is a difference between your vagina and your vulva. So the area that you wash, you can just wash it. You can use sponge, wash there, or soap, and don't use scented soap. Okay, is your vulva. Okay, but you don't use soap inside. Okay, you wash that area because your thigh is there. You can wash your thigh very well. The vulva, you wash it, but the vagina itself is self-cleansing, so you don't need to put in any other foreign material in your vagina. Okay, another thing that can predispose you to keep on having reoccurring infection is low immunity. Okay, when you have a low immune system, you keep getting sick and you keep getting reoccurring infection. So how do you handle low immunity or low immune system? Is by seeing your doctor. Your doctor will be in the best position to examine you and know the kind of, maybe if he's actually stressed that is doing you, or his hormonal changes, anything at all. It's by proper investigation that will help them to ascertain what that can help you. Okay, so I want to say another important thing. This one is the last thing, and it's very, very important. It still has to do with antibiotics. Okay, why that infection keeps coming back is because you keep abusing antibiotics. Hope you are aware that antibiotics can predispose you to having vaginal infection. When you misuse it, when you abuse it, every time your body will grow resistant to these drugs, and it will predispose you to more infection. You keep having your recurring yeast infection. So I believe that with this video, you should be able to understand the reason why that infection keeps coming back. So I promise you, if you adhere to all those things I've mentioned, you don't take anyhow drugs, you meet your doctor for prescription, you complete your dosage, you also treat your partner while treating yourself, you go for thorough checkup. Okay, it will help you, and avoid dodging. Okay, don't introduce foreign materials into your body because the vagina is self-cleansing. Another thing is, when you are on treatment, you feel like you have this bacterial infection that you are treating. It is important to, when you're done with this treatment, it is ideal to, is either you trash all your panties, your undies that you had before the treatment, or you wash them with hot water and maybe antiseptic. But I would advise, it's even better you don't use them at all, because most times you can keep reinfecting yourself because you keep using the same undies that you had when you had that infection. So when you treat yourself, it's very important to be very, very careful in order not to get reinfected again. Thank you so much for watching this video till this moment. So kindly share my video, like, invite people, comment, and share my videos, and keep connecting with me. Thank you very much for your time and for sticking with me this long. I love you all.